Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I just started a screen recording. I am down my local harbor. We have the Hubsan Blackhawk 1. Everything is reading normal. Let's check our settings here first. Put on video. And we're on 4K 30. Let's start recording. And let's auto take off. Say I'm ready to fly. 9 satellites.
The home point has been updated. Please be mindful of the new return to home point.
Okay, we are now in the air. Check that sky out, guys. So I did have an issue with this Blackhawk 1, and it was a gimbal error. The gimbal went completely crooked. But that day, it was at least 0 degrees, maybe -2. So keep that in mind with this drone. You're going to have issues with the gimbal in the high cold. And camera didn't even want to cycle up or down for me. I had to land the drone, recalibrate the gimbal, but still being out in the cold didn't help. I had to end up going home that day. But once I got the drone in the warm house, everything was fine. So let's see how it acts here today. It's not as cold as it was that day. But keep that in mind, guys. If you're buying this drone, you're certainly going to have issues in cold weather. Now, I've spoke to Hubsan about it, let them know what's happening. So hopefully they put a fix out to that. And I believe the version we're on now is 1.0.6, I think. It kind of looks dark, doesn't it, guys? Spin it around here. My camera down a little bit more. I'm getting a little bit of pixelation here, a little bit of breakup. I'm not even far away. It's only 70 meters, guys. Bring the drone down, pick the camera up. Now it is a decent drone, just I guess they have some work to do on the gimbal. A little sideways flight over the harbor here. Gain some more altitude, let you guys check that sunset out. I wanted to put this one up in the air first. I have 3 with me, because I really wanted to see if the gimbal was going to act up today, because it is cold, guys. It's probably 3 degrees. But it's certainly not as cold as it was the other day. And I was out Groves Point right on the water that day. Plus it was pretty windy. So it looks pretty good considering this drone was only just under $400. Now, like I said in my initial review, I did get a deal on it, guys. I got like $70 off. So you go to buy this drone now, you're going to pay about $500. Or close to $500. I believe you can get this with avoidance now. Camera down, check out Indian Beach. A couple of cars over there, not many. A little bit of pixelation again. Just going to keep this transmitter up, held at the drone. Camera up and check that sky out. Completely orange and pink. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of break up here. Come back. I've got the extended battery in, but it wasn't completely 100% charged. Had about 70% in it or so from flying the other day. Camera down. So it's not too bad, guys. I would recommend this for your first drone. Hubsan are a pretty decent company, but they're not to DJI's level yet. But they're getting there. They're getting close. They're getting pretty darn close, guys. You can't beat this camera for the price I paid for it. Works pretty darn good. Now, if I was standing outside here, I wouldn't get the amount of breakup I'm getting now and then. Let's climb. It is a pretty darn good drone. Now, I've owned the Xeno Mini Pro in the past. That camera had a lot of problems. Firmware problems, that is, and PIDs. But Hubsan did seem to fix the PID settings for me. They sent me a specialized PID setting for my drone, and it did seem to correct the issues it had. But they did kind of mess the camera up in the firmware. All the coloring was so just out of whack on it at the end of it there, and I ended up just getting rid of the drone. Current location has a lot of GPS interference. Be careful. So we're starting to get that here now today. So we'll fly it down a little bit here, guys. Probably to 60%. Down to 72 right now. I'd really like to get a thumbnail pick here. So we're going to pick it up. And I'm going to stop recording for a sec. We're going to put the camera on. There we go, and snap a photo. There we go. Now I'm going to go out a little bit further. Now I have a screen recording going, so we can rely on that when I go to edit this. So I'd like to get a little bit further out here, kind of capture everything at once. Right about there is good, and we will snap another photo. Back to video. Start recording. That's good. It seems to be working good today. So it's starting to get darker here, guys. I'm going to bring this in and land it. We're down to 70. Actually, we'll fly it a few more minutes. I'd like to get the Ace 2 in the air before that sun completely goes down, because that is the drone that's going to get the great pictures. What am I looking at there in the sky? It's the clouds. Really weird looking. You guys are seeing that? Those clouds are way off in the distance. 68%. Okay, we'll probably bring it in now, I guess. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's flight. If you're new to our channel, please consider subscribing. Leave a like and a comment. It all helps the channel grow. Make sure those notifications are on so you don't miss our videos. And until the next one, peace and out.